And we're live, guys. We are up and about. We are up and rocking on a Thursday. We've moved these back to Thursdays these days because we just struggle to catch up earlier in the week. It's been wild lately. So we thought better late than never. We are up and about. If you're brand new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. It really, really helps us to the point that I can't even say the word subscribe. That's how well I'm going right now. We're up and about. We're live with our boy Cubs on Twitch right now. Recording this. It's absolutely fantastic. Cubs, how's you, mate? It's been a hot minute. I think it's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it, since we've done this?
We didn't do last week. We had no Grand Arena, and so I think that made sense. And here we're back at it again, back in the office.
Yeah. There was nothing on last week. It was pretty slow news week, really, apart from Crons, and no one wanted to talk about that anyway. So we thought, Screw it, let's not do it at all. So we took the week off, and we're back fresh and ready to go, leading into the end of the year. It's only around the corner now. It's creeping up on us a bit, Cubs.
Coming up on the 7th anniversary of our beloved game. We've been doing this for 7 years, Heinzie.
Man, yeah. I've barely lost any hair since, because I never had any in the first place.
I've only gained hair. So.
It's been a wild ride, mate. So much along the way.
That's the difference between using Datacrons and not using Datacrons. Use Datacrons, lose your hair. Don't use Datacrons.
Oh god. Hey, can I take a second just to do a quick couple of announcements, just really quick? Okay, so we got a huge stream this week, 10 p.m. Eastern, because of course it's Veterans Day coming up, right, this Friday apparently.
You do a Wounded Warriors project, or
yeah, that's right. So we've actually got some veterans joining us. So we've got TJ, who's an ex-Navy veteran. We've also going to have on that absolute clown Rambam as well. Joining us, and we're going to have Ranger on. So we're going to have the three of them all joining us, which is really cool.
Awesome.
But also, a little while ago, of course, you had Grid with you there live in the studio, and you guys were working on a puzzle, which was really fantastic. You guys did a great job on that one. I've actually got a puzzle for Grid to work out live on the stream this week.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's going to be huge. You're not going to want to miss that one. And, of course, I'm going to do all the 3 Relic 9s this week, 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night. And the 3 Relic 9s are IG-86, Bodhi Rook, and Eith Koth. All 3 of those are going to be done live on the stream this week. So, it's going to be pretty wild. It really is. The look on the face says it all from Cubs. But, hey, we set the targets, and we've been waiting to get the mats, and we thought it'd be fun to do all 3 at once. So
when Eith Koth gets his rework, you're going to be the one laughing, right?
I have a feeling that's probably the most likely out of those 3 to get some love. I really do. Maybe Bodhi, actually. Maybe he could get it. Because he's a pilot. Did anyone know that? He's a pilot without a ship in the game. Yeah. So, anyway, it's strange. Okay, we're going to talk some raids today. We've got a couple of topics for raids. Okay, and honestly, this is something that's close to you guys and myself as well, because I still feel that some of the most achieved things in this game from a player base, and especially in our guilds, is completing the raids together for the first time. That's always been a huge highlight for me in the game.
Super huge, yes.
And a lot of other people along the way as well, is getting that achievement done. So, Sith raid. Let's talk the Sith raid. And seriously, Cubs, we should have this simmed by now, mate. Seriously. I think we're at that point now where that raid's been broken from the start. It's time to hit the sim button on that, mate, and get some even rewards across the board, don't you think?
Yeah, I am trying to figure out why they haven't done it yet, and the only solution I can come up with in my mind is just sheer laziness. Because we've got the next raid, the Rancor, which I'm simming right now, basically, or autoing, and that's at a point where it's on autopilot for most guilds. And so why are we autopiloting 2 guilds or 2 raids? I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I mean, it's been really quite troublesome since the start. It really has. The Sith raid was a mess. There was, all sorts of teams at the start. It was broken. Mechanics weren't working. It's always been a hassle. And then all of a sudden, SLKR comes out and basically clears the whole thing, with one team from start to finish. Exactly. So honestly, there's no huge challenge anymore with that raid. There's really, in my opinion, if you've done it time and time again, and really, how long has this Sith raid been out? It's been what? Probably about maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe 4 years, maybe longer?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. So after
Straight
5 years,
it's set 2017. After
5 years, I think we're overdue. Let's be honest. I think if you've played this game, that raid, for 5 years now, It's time to sim it. It really is,
Isn't that
because
sad
there's
that we
just
haven't had a new raid in 5 years?
oh, it's a joke. It is a joke. I'm just saying. It's not cool. It's just not cool. But anyway, it is what it is. Good thing is we get crons though, but let's not talk about them because we're not talking about that today. But let us know in the comments below whether you think it's time for the sim button, guys, or do we get like a challenge tier? Do we get an increased version of the Sith raid, at least something that's a little bit more challenging? Are we at that point? And that's actually a good question, Cubs. Do you think that maybe are we due for like a challenge version, like the challenge rancor? Do we need that for the Sith raid, maybe?
I'd be okay with it. I think the logic would hold that we do a challenge here for the tank raid first.
Well, that was my next question. Yeah, that's my next topic today. So we're going to cover that one. So let's just jump straight into that one. But,
oh, spoilers!
But I think as a minimum, I don't think it would be that hard, would it, to change the difficulty level, the health, all the other bits and pieces to make the current Sith raid more challenging. I think that they could certainly just adjust the sliders a bit to give us an extra tier. And we know how much we need the Gear 12 Plus materials and stuff like that. Maybe put some fully crafted Gear 12 Plus gear in there as rewards, something like that. Make it a little bit more.
Now you know how to speak my language, don't you, Heinzie?
Yeah,
Asking for fully crafted Gear 12 Plus. That's the hill I'm gonna die on. Is where's my fully crafted options?
Yeah, that's right.
Somewhere, just a chance for fully crafted Gear 12 Plus. It needs to be in the game somewhere.
Yeah. We're at that point now. If we need to ease the gear crunch, that's the way to do it. If it's hard to get from Gear 12 to Gear 13, release a new raid level that we can all work on, rip through it together, achieve it, and then all get a fully crafted gear piece. Bang. Not rocket science. Done. You've earned it. That's what we want. I'm happy to earn it.
Yeah.
But at least give us the option. Anyway, let us know what you think of the comments below.
Real quick, though, Heinzie, I really don't think that it is a simple thing for them to add a challenge to your raid. It sounds simple to us because it's just like basically scaling, the difficulty and all that stuff. But with Tano has a really good point. I don't think that's how CG's coding works. With all of the indicators we have seen with their spaghetti code, I'm just not convinced that it's simple enough for them to just do it. Now, that's not an excuse for them not to do it, because I think they should, but I think it's probably more effort than we realize.
Yeah, but good things are worth the effort.
I agree. I see. From where I sit, I don't really care how much effort things like, a ship squad selector would cost them. If they're necessary for the game, this is $1 billion game. So make it happen.
Squad loadouts, right? Yeah, squad loadouts. Oh, don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
That's a whole different topic. That's a video on its own. It really is, straight up. But we might cover that a little bit more in depth next week. We'll go after that one next week. But all right, let's talk the next topic today, Cubs, if we can as well. And the challenge tank raid. I actually enjoyed the tank raid. It was fun. It was a good challenge, man. I think that was really good when it came out. It was tough to complete. There was some really great theory crafters that helped work their way through it. I think McMole did some good work back in the day when that was out, if I'm correct, as well as a few other.
I miss the McMole raid videos. He had so many good videos on how to raid.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So challenge tier tank raid is a minimum. Maybe not the Sith raid, maybe sim that, but give us a challenge tank raid. I would love that. I would really love that, because I actually miss doing the tank raid. I really do at my level. Like, it's been an eternity since I've done it, because we've just simmed it. I think that given again an option to do a harder version or a more difficult version of the tank raid, I'd be down for that, Cubs. What about you?
I'd be really nostalgic about it, honestly. The tank raid is what got me from a very casual player to being a lot more involved in this community, because I was in this guild. We weren't able to do the tank raid at all. And I was looking at Kenobi. Kenobi's my favorite character. I was like, I need this guy. And so that is what kind of got me to speak up and put myself into guild leadership so that I could get into a guild or push my guild towards the direction of actually handling the tank raid. And that led to a guild merge. And it led to me becoming a community leader and eventually a YouTuber. So the tank raid was so much so the catalyst that made Galaxy of Heroes what it is for me today. Or, well, I mean, I guess I'm way more casual now, but what it ended up becoming, rather. And so, I would love to revisit the tank raid as a challenge.
I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. It's one that I miss playing. I really do, because my guild just sims it because they can.
Yeah.
Because there's no real difficulty level at our level anymore.
No. Yeah, there's no reason to play it.
it needs to be dialed to the GL spec now. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it was out before GLs came out.
Yeah.
So, I think it needs to be scaled up a little bit. That would be fantastic. And yeah, give us some goodies that we really want and need. That would be absolutely brilliant. It
All
really,
the
really
goodies.
would. And I don't see it breaking the economy. I just don't. Giving out a fully crafted gear piece. We need so much of it.
Yeah.
It's not going to break anything. It's just not going to. It's not going to get the top end guys getting further ahead because it's broken anyway. Anyway, let us know in the comments below. Love to hear from you guys straight up. Viewers' choice question, Cubs. And this one's absolutely fantastic from Emperor's Hand, and it is a ship one because I know you love your ships.
Oh,
what
is it with your? It's always ship questions.
It's not always. We're just having a bit of a run of them lately. That's all. But the question is this. This is from our boy Empress Hand. So thank you so much for the question. If you want to ask a question, please jump into our Discord server. The link is below in the link tree. Jump in there, and there's a channel called Rogue Actions Questions. Put your questions in there. That's where I take them from. So jump in and pop them in there. But the question is this, Cubs, from Empress Hand. Will Endurance ever get a rework to at least beat a fleet like Finalizer?
To at least beat the Finalizer. Oh, I love that. It's like not even like I want to beat Negotiator or Malevolence.
I don't think
we're
it's
gonna set
ever
the bar low here. Let's just aim for beating the Finalizer.
It's like, can it do something? I mean, that's the point. I think that's what we're getting at, because I don't think it's ever going to be one of the top end meta fleet killers. But I mean, everyone's getting Endurance, and honestly, it sits on the shelf, and I haven't used it in like 6 years out of 7, maybe. Let's be honest, maybe even longer. So, is it something that does it need some love and attention? I think it'd be pretty cool though, especially with the mace rework recently. Everyone's got a good mace these days.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see CG prioritizing it. I don't. If I were to be a betting man, I would bet that we never see it be viable.
Oh, that's a shame. I think that's a shame. I really
agree.
do.
I think it's a shame too.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. They've done such good work with fleets recently as far as releases. I think, we're getting Scythe, and that's going to crank up, of course, Tarkin. Thrawn's done some good work with Interceptor recently as well. I think, they've really been starting to fill out these fleets we've been bitching about for years.
Yeah.
About some love for fleets. They're certainly improving on it, and there's still more work to do. But I like how they're bringing them in, and you're not needing a huge amount of base ships for them. Why can't we have Endurance and get like a Sky version that brings in more of the clone fighters? I mean, that to the same magnitude. At least you can use it. That would be really, really cool.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Again, I mean, we don't need 5 ships to release it. Just one that'll fill it out, so at least it's usable, give or take. Not too much. I'd be happy if it didn't do a hell of a lot, because we don't want to give Ram Bam a big head. We just, we want to do something with it. That'd be great.
No. That's the number one reason not to rework it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one. I can't lie. I think you're right. But
Ram Bam already got his maze rework. All right, he had his moment. That's it. That's all he gets.
Yeah. He's lucky to get that. Yes, absolutely. You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
Yeah,
That's
be
what
great, Ram Bam. You be grateful, okay? Be grateful.
I love it. It's fantastic. So let us know in the comments below. Do you guys want Endurance to be better or not? Let us know what you guys think. Cubs, absolutely fantastic as always, mate. We're up and about. Thursdays from now on at the moment, guys. That's what we're rolling with. Leading into the end of the year. It's only around the corner, man. It's we're almost in December.
Gosh.
Yeah, we're on the home stretch here of the year, which is pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. But big stuff happening this Friday night. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be huge. We'll see you then.
I'm excited for that stream, man. Yep.
Thumbs up, all that fun stuff. And in the comments, just, I don't know, chuck some eggplant emojis in there and stuff like that. It helps with the engagement. It'd be fantastic. Love you guys. Thanks for being amazing. See you on the flip side.
See ya.